Trying to convince yourself that everything is a-okay when you're feeling anxious, especially when you're socially anxious, that is actually what is keeping you anxious. Let me explain. So when I was younger and I was struggling with my social anxiety, one of the things that I would do, and I think this is common for a lot of people, is the anxiety comes, we start thinking about a scenario that just occurred, something embarrassing that happened. Then our brain gets flooded with all these terrible possibilities, and then to try to combat that, we tell ourselves, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe it didn't really happen that way. Maybe no one really cares. Maybe they actually liked me. Maybe this. And it's a nice attempt, right? It's a way to try to change the way we think, but the problem is it doesn't work, okay? And there's two reasons it doesn't work. Number one is because you don't believe it, right? I mean, obviously, if you believed it, you would have thought of that first. You're trying to convince yourself of something you don't believe, and you know you're trying to convince yourself, so it doesn't sink. And the second reason, I think the more important reason, is you're just seeking validation. You're seeking to make sure that things went perfectly, but maybe they didn't. And again, when we're dealing with a fear, like social anxiety, we are afraid of being judged. What we actually want to do is we don't want to escape the possibility of ever being judged. I used to do that. I used to try to make myself unjudgeable. I would act in social situations in ways where people couldn't judge me. I would be too normal. I would be too plain, so that how could someone judge me if I'm being plain? But that doesn't overcome the fear. In order to overcome the fear, you have to let people judge you. So instead, we want to roll with the negative thoughts. We want to say, all right, well, maybe they think I'm a little weird. Can I be okay with that? Can I handle that thing that I'm worried about? That's what we want to adjust to. We don't want to just try to convince ourselves that people don't actually think the things that we are afraid of them thinking.